Hi guys, welcome back to the garden. All right, another beautiful day. Every day is beautiful. I know I tell you that, right? But today is truly beautiful. It is overcast. It is cool. I'm in the garden, right? What can be better than this? Nothing. Nothing, people. Right. Today we're going to be working on moving a climbing rose. I have this beautiful climber right here that is still in bloom. This is Teasing, Georgia. And guys, this rose is a gorgeous rose. Absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. I planted her here, right? In the center, what should have been the center of my black diamond crepe myrtles. But I got this one wrong. I got this one wrong. This plant is so vigorous. The bed is way too small for her to be sighted where she is. So what I'd like to do is remove her from this spot, right? So we're going to go ahead and take her from here, and I'm going to put her in a spot that I have prepared behind you, which is in between Florentina and who's this? Eden. She's going to be in between Florentina and Eden. So I think that's going to be a really good look. Okay. Let me take you in and show you everything that I'm trying to talk about. Alrighty, so here we are. I've turned the camera around and you are looking at Teasing, Georgia up close and personal. An absolutely gorgeous rose. Now, this rose was planted bare root last spring. Let me pull back so you can see her. Bare root last spring, and look at this baby already. Already, people. Not her first spring in the ground, and look at her. So I'm thinking, hey, 2 springs from here, she'll probably take up the entire bed, right? Now, I do love, and if you've followed my video or my channels for any time, you know that I love to bits into pieces. I love my black diamond crepe myrtles. I love them, right? So the initial thought was a beautiful climbing rose and surrounded by the black diamond crepe myrtles, but obviously got it all wrong. The bed is way too small for the bed is way too small to pull off that sort of a design. I would definitely have to give her more space, and Teasing Georgia is way too vigorous. Okay, so what I'm going to do is remove her from the spot. We just said that we're going to remove her from the spot today into a new bed that she can own all to herself, and hopefully she is not going to be too upset with me, and she will rebound from me having moved her, and we'll have a beautiful climber in the new space by next spring. Okay. Wait, let me show you where we're going to put her again. Turning around, my camera stands in the way. I do apologize, but are you seeing that red rose in the corner? That red rose is the Eden. I'm sorry, that's Florentina. That's our Florentina climber. Right here in that blank bed right here in front of the container, that's where we're thinking of putting Teasing, Georgia. And if you look just a bit to the right, that pink climber, that's Eden. So we'll have a nice we'll have a nice swoop of red, yellow, and pink climbers on this side of the fence, which means we're probably going to have to add a climber to the very beginning of the planting as well, where we have Thomas A. Beckett at the entrance. We may have to add a climber there, but not for now, right? For now, we're focusing on moving our little Teasing, Georgia. Well, or big little Teasing, Georgia. Okay, so what we'll need to do when moving an established rose, let me take you in so you can see her. This rose is going to grow like nobody's business. Can you see all of these, all of this that I'm touching right here? These are all new canes. There is no way feasible for me to move a rose this big without serious damage to the rose and to myself. So what I will have to do is cut her back. I'm going to cut her back to almost bare root form in order to move her successfully. It is going to hurt me as much as it hurts you guys, right? For that portion of the video when I'm cutting her back, feel free to just close your eyes and look away. But under the circumstances, it would be best to cut her back before moving her. Okay? Ideally, the best time to have done this would have been when the rose was dormant, right? But let me be quite honest with you. Roses are pretty hardy. I have made the mistake and sighted roses in the wrong spots over and over, stop it, and over again, right? And so I've had to move roses quite a bit. And the one thing that I have learned is that they are pretty hardy plants. I mean, let's keep it real. We cut these guys back to a foot sometimes from the ground in the spring, and look at what they do. They rebound from that cutback and they come up and they give us a big, gorgeous, beautiful blooms. So, although their blooms might be delicate and fleeting, roses themselves are really hardy. So, am I afraid that I'm going to kill my rose by moving it? Absolutely not, because I've done all the things that I need to do in preparation for the move, that I am 99.9% sure that Teasing, Georgia is going to be okay. All right, come on. All right, so we're going to get right into it. Okay, the first thing I did the last couple of days, I have ensured that I've been watering this rose, so she should be fully hydrated. I have the bed prepared for her. So we're going to go ahead and start with the cutback now, and we're going to make this move just really simple and really fast. Okay, the sooner we do it, the sooner our little baby will be able to start settling down again, pushing out her roots, taking over her new bed, and in no time, hopefully by next spring, she is going to be twice the size that she is right now. Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be lovely. Right, camera on the stand. That was a fly. I just have to slap my forehead there. Flies always come after me when I'm in the garden. I don't like it. But let's put the camera back on the stand and let's get to work. All right, guys, looking at the rose, I am having so many second thoughts right now, as you can only imagine. The rose looks so beautiful, so beautiful. But I need to see ahead to the health of the rose and the health of the other plants in this bed, right? As beautiful as she looks now, she wants to be twice this size, I'm sure. And if I left her here, it would mean sacrificing my black diamonds, and I don't want to do that. So, man, as beautiful as this is, and as hard as this is, we're going to have to do it. All right, so this is the point where we're going to close our eyes and we're going to just try our best to get it done. I don't know if you're seeing me, but this one is going to take a little bit of, this one takes a lot of courage, lot of courage. Woo, this one's taking a lot of courage because this rose is still going, she's still going. But there's no way I can leave her here. Oh man, I think, boy, she's still going, guys. Let me cut back her lower foliage first. So let me cut back oh no, oh my God, oh my God, she's so pretty. Oh my God. Why is she so beautiful? Let me have you just bask in her beauty a little bit, just one more time before we cut her back, because she is so beautiful. My camera never does these plants justice, never, but look at that. What a beautiful rose. Oh man. I have to remind myself I'm not killing the rose, right? I'm just cutting her back and in her first flush a little sooner than she would have liked, because look at this. Look at all of those buds to come. Look at all of those flowers. What? She just won't stop. She's going to need more space. She'd either need the entire bed to herself in order to be happy next year. She's going to need more space. Whew. All right, so it might look really hard right now, but this is going to ensure the health and longevity of the rose, right, in future seasons. Oh, but she is beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. All right, let me go ahead and let's get this process started, or we're never going to do it. Okay. Saying that too, I guess this is one of the things why moving a rose during the dormant season is best as well, because you don't have those moments where you're second guessing yourself. Gosh, this is an extremely gorgeous rose. Oh boy, I'm going to capture this moment on camera because I'm definitely going to need it for future garden experiences, I'm sure, right? I'm going to have to look back and say it's either one of two things. Wow, I killed this absolutely beautiful rose, or wow, Look how cute she was, and now look how absolutely gorgeous she is, right? So either way, we need to have it. We need to have it recorded. Sorry that you heard the bag. Oh boy, I'm going to start with her lower branches, and then we'll cut back the taller canes. Oh man, I feel really bad about what I'm doing, people. I feel really bad. I don't know if I'm going to post this video. I feel so bad. But I do know that it means that my plant will be healthier next year. I see a bit of black spot on her. Not surprising because of all the rain we've been having. Whew, I have removed one of the most beautiful roses. I have cut her back to almost nothing. And yes, it does feel, I feel it. I feel it more than you feel it. All right. But our baby is going to be fine. Now, remember, the important things that we were supposed to pay attention to before we even got to this part was, ouch, um, was ensuring that our rose is fully hydrated, right? So we have watered this bed in a couple of times. And so my fingers are crossed that she does have all of the moisture that she needs. And then we will, of course, water her in well once we've gotten her in her new bed. All right. In hindsight, just because of how emotionally difficult that was for me, I wish I had moved her in the spring when she was dormant. But she was looking so happy in the space. I wanted to see what she would do, and boy, she did well. She was beautiful. All right, but okay, so this is what we have her brought to right now. She is standing at about, everything for me is 2.5 to 3 feet, right? But way shorter than she was before. Let me just take the camera off the stand so I can bring you up to her. She has some new growth coming up, some new canes that I don't know how those are going to survive the transplant. I accidentally put sanitizer in my hair because I forgot that I had the sanitizer on my hair. I wore my hair. It's in your hair. Can you ask your daddy to wash it out with water for you? Yeah, I did. I went out and did it. Oh, okay. Good job. It still smells like it. It's going to smell like it. We're going to have to give you, when you take a shower, you wash it again, okay? All right. My baby just came to tell me he accidentally put sanitizer in his hair. But all right, back on track. So, ooh, she is a fraction of what she was, right? We can definitely see that. These canes are newer canes. I don't know how they're going to survive being moved, right? Because they're really delicate and brand new. I have her bed prepared. So let's go ahead and get her out of the ground. Hopefully, I have the bed wide enough. If not, we can always change the size. But this is what our beautiful Teasing Georgia has come down to. All right. Okay. Even this might be a little, you could go a little bit lower if you wanted. There's some discussion about not cutting the rose back when you remove the rose from the ground, because you're damaging both the root system and then you're also doing damage to the upper growth, the top growth. But in this case, it was definitely necessary to cut her back because I would not have been able to safely move her at the size that she was, right? We would have damaged the rose and we would have damaged herself. Although I'm clad in my, what I affectionately call my rose jacket, my gardening jacket, that does help to protect me from the thorns. We still would have had a lot of scary moments, close moments there. All right. I know, people. I know. I know. I know. It's going to be all right. Don't you worry. It is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and clear a path for her. Just need to move this mulch away. And then we're going to try to get her out of here. Oh, I can see the crepe myrtles. It's nice to see them again. It is nice to see them. I do love the crepe myrtles. I love them. My favorite, one of my most favorite plants in the garden. This one was really wow. And this is one of my older ones. She was at the back and she was really covered. I'll show you her in a minute. So she's green instead of black, instead of her dark color foliage, and her growth is very thin at the moment. But that's all right. That's because she was covered all that time. Right. The garden is smelling beautiful. Still got some beautiful blooms in here. Bringing you in a little bit closer. And I'm going to try to angle you down. We're going to try to get Teasing Georgia out of the ground with as many of her roots intact. If she comes out as just a single bare root, oh man, they're flies. I'd be surprised because of how vigorously growing she is. I would love to get her out with a root ball. That would make the transition so much better. All right, so as well as I thought, I watered this plant. This ground is still very dry. That's not cool. That is not a cool thing. That means I did not. Oh man, goodness gracious, people. There's a big, chubby worm around here. Shush. Troubles me, those big ones. Just big and wiggling everywhere. Oh wow. Yep, so the ground is way drier than it should be, which means I did not do my first task well enough, which is ensuring that the plant was hydrated. I've lost points for that one. I guess with all the plants in the bed, there's a lot of competition for the water. Oh no. And apparently her roots, wow. This little thing is well rooted, guys, which is why she could put on all that growth. She is so well rooted. You see all the moves I've made so far, I haven't even gotten her to jiggle a bit. Maybe just a little bit, but not sufficiently. I'm trying to go in, remembering the black diamond crepe myrtles so that I don't damage them or their root system too much as I go down. Alright guys, here she is. Oh boy. And we won't idle for very long. Are you seeing her? Let me pull back. We're going to try to reposition the camera so you can see just the roots of the plant itself. Right? And then we have a lot of foliage on top. Now, let's turn to where she's going to be, because I don't want to keep her out of the ground too long for those roots to dry out on me. All right. Let's reposition the camera. Do you remember me telling you this rose has a true back? I hope I've placed her, positioned her correctly. Her height needs to be right about here when I cover her. All right. Oh, we need a little bit more height. Oh. I think this looks okay for now. Let's get her soil on top. Took me a little longer than I would have liked to have gotten her positioned. Being very careful. Oh. Wow. Okay, and we got that done. It definitely took a lot of closing your eyes and a lot of will, and a lot of thinking forward to next season as well, which is the one thing about gardening. You're always looking forward to that next season, right? Okay, so aftercare. This little baby just went through a whole lot of stress, right? Not only have I took her down by feet and miles, but I also did damage to the root system as well, right? So it's a two-in-one sort of a shot to the poor little rose. What we're going to do to try to make the transition as easy for her and for her to start settling back into her spot is to ensure that we water her consistently. Not consistently, but for me, I'm going to be watering her as I would any new plantings. I'm going to be watering her every day for the next seven or so days. All right, and then I'll slowly taper off to every other day. She is going to wilt once that more evening sun comes up. Until she develops a really nice root system, we are going to see some wilting on that new growth, and especially these buds like you're seeing here. But don't panic about it, right? Let her drop from here what she wants to drop, and she'll hold on what she can hold on to. And I'm thinking within about 6 weeks we should have a rose that has started to push out some new growth again, right? At least we should have some swollen buds. So this is just where patience comes in. All right, in terms of fertilizer, I will not be fertilizing the rose. No liquid fertilizer, no granular fertilizer at this point. Right now, I want her to do what I would want any of my bearroot roses to do when newly planted, is to just get adjusted and settled into their space. I don't want her pushing up new buds. I don't want her trying to flower. I just want her to focus on rooting and taking over this bed. All right? Okay, hopefully I did not miss anything, but if I did, hey, please feel free to drop it down in the comments and we will discuss it there. But all right, guys, look at us. We moved a beautiful rose. We brought her down to a very small rose. But next spring, subscribe to the channel. Next spring, you are going to see, fingers crossed, blue, green, thumb, love, and energy out. We're going to be looking at an extremely gorgeously magnificent Teasing, Georgia. All right. Oh, people, that was a rough one. Let me tell you, I almost cried there for a minute when I saw myself taking down this absolutely beautiful rose with all of these blooms. And now we have what looks like an empty bed. I did miss her as I walked back into the garden. I did miss her in the spot, but it's all right. I've now given room to the black diamond crepe myrtles to start growing. The two at the front are healthier. The two that were covered by her, this one is still really very small, and the one at the back, which is an established black diamond, really green and not looking so healthy. But that's because he was covered for several months, right? So we will expect, I'll give you an update on this bed. Hopefully they'll start growing in beautifully, and we will have our beautiful display of black diamond crepe myrtles later on in the season. Oh, people, I know that was a rough one. I felt it. You felt it. The rose, I hope the rose did not feel it, right? Hopefully the rose did not feel it. I'll end the video on a beautiful view of Sceptre d'Al's, Lady of Shalott, and Bosco Bell. Beautiful roses running along the run. This empty bed that you're seeing right here, this bed is home to a new bare roots, which should be young Lycidas, and there is a red Eden in the back. Okay? So lots of filling up and filling out to do. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here for another beautiful day in the garden. Thank you for having spent this time with me. You are all awesome as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.